Hello everyone, and welcome back to Financial Fix with Sharnella. And today we are here at our Michigan Real Estate Investment Group meeting. I am here with John Kashnowski. John Kashnowski is a private money lender like myself. He is also a landlord. He has been a wholesaler. He has a pretty long history in real estate. I think, what, almost 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years, 2010.
Okay.
I started in September of 2010.
Okay.
I did my first deal October of 2010.
Okay. So John, give us a history. What kind of work did you do prior to real estate, and what attracted
Prior to
you
real estate, I worked at Ford Motor. I hired in 1974.
Okay.
I was a production worker. Fortunately for me, about 17, 18 years later, they opened up an apprentice program. I was fortunate. I tested for the program. I got accepted as an apprentice.
Okay.
I became a skilled tradesman, a millwright. Worked a lot of overtime, made some good money.
Okay.
Saved diligently in my 401k. And then things got bad right around 2007, 2008. The auto industry got bad.
Yeah.
They closed my plant. I worked at the Yucca Trim plant on 23 and Mount. And I went to a different plant for a while. They didn't want a guy like me with so much seniority.
Because they have to pay you,
And
right?
finally they offered me a buyout. I took the buyout.
Okay.
And wasn't sure what I wanted to do after that. Got involved in real estate.
Okay. And so how did you first hear about real estate? Like, were you watching an infomercial? Did someone tell you about real estate?
Yeah, I watched an infomercial. I remember it was like Saturday night, Sunday morning, maybe about 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Couldn't sleep. Clicked on the TV. There's an infomercial going on. And normally I click off those infomercials, but for some reason it got my attention. Quite honestly, and so I wrote down the number and I went to their teaser seminar. I liked what I heard, especially I didn't know about self-directed IRAs. That was huge for me, and had no clue that you could open up a self-directed IRA. And at that point, I decided to join the coaching program and pursue real estate.
Okay. So for people out there who don't know what a self-directed IRA is, can you kind of enlighten them and tell them a little bit about how it works?
Sure. Basically, a self-directed IRA is a special IRA. You have to have a special custodian. Everybody thinks you can only buy stocks, bonds, mutual funds, certificates of deposit, just like I did. Very few people know about self-directed IRAs unless they're involved in real estate. Then a lot of people know. And it allows you to invest in alternative assets. Pretty much you can invest in a lot of different things with your self-directed IRA that your normal IRA custodian doesn't allow. For instance, promissory notes you can do mortgages. Your IRA could buy a house. Your IRA could buy a Wendy's hamburger, Your IRA could buy a beauty salon. There are restrictions with that IRA, but basically you can invest in almost anything you want other than collectibles or life insurance policies. And the reason they don't allow that is because you have to be separate from your IRA. And in the viewpoint of the IRS, you would get a benefit. And that's not allowed. And having a life insurance policy would be a benefit to you.
Right.
And also if you had collectibles, you would get joy on it, which is a benefit. Like if you had an art collection, you can't do that with yourself.
But like myself, I use my self-directed IRA to loan money to other investors on their projects.
I do the same.
And you can earn interest, so there's a benefit.
Absolutely.
Instead of putting our money in the stock market, we loan our money to investors to either purchase a home or to renovate the home, and we take a nice interest rate.
Absolutely. Usually I use my IRA money strictly as a lender, and all the money that you make goes back into your IRA.
Exactly.
And then, of course, when you want to withdraw from your IRA, you have to go through your custodian withdrawal from your IRA. And I'm 70 now, so I'm going to have to start withdrawing pretty soon.
Oh, wow.
A couple years, 2-3 years.
Wow. John, I tell you, I would not have known that you were 70.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. I'm gray like crazy, though.
Well, when I first came here a couple of years ago, I remember you're very boisterous, and you're.
In other words, I'm a loudmouth, right?
But you get attention, right?
I guess so.
And I remember at first I was a little hesitant to approach you because, I was kind of timid and I was new to the RIA. But you invited people to meet you at the round table to talk more about fix and flips. And so even though I had already done several fix and flips, I thought, boy, this might be an opportunity for me to talk to this guy because you were a private money lender, I was a lender.
Yeah.
But once you took me under your wing, you showed me a lot of things that I was doing improperly as a lender.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that I was a little concerned about, that you didn't have a mortgage on the property, a lien on the property. I had bad luck twice. People I loaned to died.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I had liens on the property. One was a mortgage. The second one was a claim of interest because the guy I lent to promised he'd signed a mortgage, and it was a last-minute deal. He's going to lose his EMD. I helped him out, then he screwed me over.
Yeah.
Then he died. Thank goodness I had a claim of interest, because otherwise the money would have went to his partner, and then I would have had to try to collect from him, which we were not on good terms.
So I'm very grateful to John because he really helped me out a lot. He taught me how to do things properly. And that's one of the reasons why I like coming to this RIA is because I've been to other RIAs and, I don't want to take anything away from them. But here, I think in this southeast area of Michigan, we have the largest RIA and we have a lot of people here with a lot of knowledge. And the way that you took me in and helped me out, I'm so grateful. So thankful to you for that.
You're more than
And he's a really great guy, got a really great heart, and that's why I'm giving you this interview today, because I want to bring exposure to you.
Well, thank you. I actually did an interview last week also.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. So yeah, John's been in the business for 15 years. How is John being a landlord? I know you have ups and downs with that.
I love being a landlord.
Okay.
You take the good and the bad, and it reminds me of a line in the Godfather movie. They say, "This is the business." He started complaining about people getting killed and all the bad things about the business, and he said, "This is the business we choose. This is the business we chose." And when other landlords whine to me about how bad things are, I says, "Listen, this is the business we chose," because there are ups and downs.
Yeah, there are.
Fortunately, now I think I got pretty good tenants. Got rid of some bad, got some good. We'll see how that all shakes.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you again for agreeing to meet with me today.
My pleasure.
And, I'll definitely bring you back again.
All right, sounds good.
So
I'll be happy to gab a little bit more.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Shannon.
yeah, thank you all for watching Financial Fix with Sharnella, and I will see you on the next episode.
Okay.